Hello and welcome to David Angel Radio. I'd like to first off thank the sponsors of David Angel Radio, Rockmani Fruit Art Studio. Rockmani Fruit Art Studio, builds portfolios, promotes students, etc. Your imagination can be explored all across to a wonderful canvas or art book. Rockmani Fruit is an ongoing business that began to set in motion mid-August and developed quite rapidly. The studio is a place where students and adults can create with no boundaries, an environment where you can be instructed and be taught on everything from line sketching, shading, to intense techniques. Remember to create with no boundaries. Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/rockmonifruartstudio. Today on the show, we have an amazing artist with the voice of an angel. Actually, the song that played a few minutes ago is his amazing song entitled Taken. And here, for the first time live, is Lee Walczak. Hello, Lee, are you there?
I'm here. Hi.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm really good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you. I've got to say, you've got an exquisite voice. Did you have any vocal training whatsoever?
Thank you. Ever since I was about 6, I kind of got myself into singing lessons, and I've just been doing that ever since. It's always been something I really love to do, and I thought I should study it.
Wow. No, I understand. Like, me being a male vocalist myself, I'm kind of jealous because you got this epic voice, and I've been singing since I was very little, too. You have one of the most amazing voices I've heard in years. How old are you?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I just turned 20, actually, last month, so kind of new, but I am now 20 years old.
Wow. Well, you still have an amazing voice. So tell us about Taken, because I got to say, every time I listen to that song, I go ahead and I'm just like, start singing it with my little crappy voice, you know. But so tell us what you were thinking with that song.
I wanted something that I could write that people could really relate to. And I think when I worked on the instrumentals with my producer and everything, I got those first, and then I needed to write the lyrics to the song. So that's kind of the vibe it was giving me, I guess. You know, it was a very kind of sad sound almost, and I liked it a lot. And, I think it was almost therapeutic for me in some ways because I guess losing people that I'm close to has always been a really big fear of mine. So it was cathartic to be able to kind of get that out and put it into a song in that way. So, I don't know, I just wanted something that people could relate to, and I think that, unfortunately, losing people that you're close to is something that's, happens all the time and is very relatable, and, like I said, it's always been kind of a fear of mine, so it's almost like I needed to get it out, you know what I mean?
No, definitely. Yeah, I do the same thing with music, and I understand, but definitely losing people is something that is completely relatable because we lose people on a day-to-day basis, and it's probably why I'm in love with that song because of all the people I've lost. And so tell us a little bit more about yourself, the music, why you create it. Like, what do you see yourself, let's say, in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would love to be on stage singing for tons of people in 5 years. But, as long as I'm still doing music, I think I'll honestly be happy no matter how many people I'm singing in front of. I create music because I love it. I mean, it's always been something that I've been very drawn to. And, as I said before, as a kid, I was 6 years old and got myself the idea of putting myself into singing lessons, And, it's just always been something that has really appealed to me. And I think music can help people in a lot of ways and inspire people. And, when someone comes to me and contacts me, I guess, in some way and tells me that my music has helped them, and, that's incredible to me. And I really love that feeling. I love being able to inspire other people. So that's a large part why I still create music and why I want to continue doing so.
Yeah, no, See, that's what I saw in your passion, because I actually was on YouTube just searching the song "Bury Me Alive," because by We Are the Fallen, one amazing song. I love it. And I saw a couple people covering it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to see some covers, because I did a couple covers myself. And then I saw yours, I'm like, damn! So I was like, all right, let's see what this guy can do. And that's where I saw your songs, and I was like, oh, I need to get this guy on this project I'm creating. And I think I actually commented on one of your videos. I'm like, okay, that's not enough. I need to find him on Facebook. And then I found you, and I think my first question was, are you the same Lee Walczak from YouTube? I think that's the first thing you said.
Yeah, it was. I actually remember you doing that, and that was your first question.
Yeah. So let's cut to one of your songs, actually. What it's called, My Fall. Can you tell us a little bit of that song before we cut to it?
Yeah, it was the second song that I wrote. And it was basically, a song kind of about, I suppose, it's like you see someone that's kind of close to you or whatever going down the wrong path and kind of making wrong life decisions and, kind of falling, I guess, for lack of a better term. And, the song is in the perspective of someone who cares about them and does not want to see that happen. So, yeah, I mean, it was the second song I wrote, and I hope everyone likes it.
All right, so here's My Fall by Lee Walczak. And we're back on the air with Lee Walczak. So Lee, so tell us where you grew up and how it was growing up.
I grew up in a really small town in Massachusetts, and it was interesting definitely growing up because I don't think a lot of people around here are very I guess, into the whole music scene and everything. So, it was different for me. I was always kind of the one that was, walking around singing while everyone else was playing sports and everything. But I liked that, about myself and about the environment because I was kind of a little different and I loved what I was doing. And, to this day, it still kind of stands the same way. But I had a good time. I don't really have any complaints, and I am where I am now.
That's very true. Yeah. I know because a lot of artists growing up have different, I guess, experiences growing up, and I like knowing how everybody was created artistically. So. In that way, how were you ever bullied or like discriminated or anything for anything whatsoever?
Oh, definitely, all the time. Yeah, it was pretty bad at some points in my life actually, but I think it has made me a stronger human being just in general and more driven to go for what I want to do. And I think that's something that a lot of us, like you said, go through, and especially I think when you're sort of artistic and a little bit outside the box, I suppose, you don't see eye to eye with everyone else's vision. And, people should really know that's fine. Most of us don't see eye to eye with everyone else's vision, and you shouldn't. I encourage people who listen to me or who come to me to be kind of different and just do whatever they want to do. There should be no limitations. But I was definitely, bullied and all of that for years, and, it definitely is not a good situation.
No, definitely. I know for myself personally, growing up, I was always discriminated for the way I looked because I was into the whole alternative style, I guess you would put it. And with the makeup, eyeliner, black nail polish, and just, it's not something in norm. And I guess that's the reason why I personally did it, was to be even more outside of the box and not feel like I'm included in something I don't want to be in. I don't know if that's how you felt.
I'm not sure. I've always just been kind of creative, and I think every even like something like fashion or, like I never really was going around wearing black nail polish, even though that's completely badass. But, it was kind of just an outlet for me to be creative, with my clothes or with whatever. So I'm not sure it was so much me trying to do that per se, but, it was just an outlet for me, and I think especially, when you're kind of growing up and everything, you're really trying to find yourself and you try out new things, and that's really how you find yourself as a person.
Yeah, and speaking of finding, actually, I was just thinking about this while you were saying that. It's like a very big honor to have you on The Awakening, which is an album that's coming out July 1st for anybody who's listening. And it's an honor to have you on there with 3 of your most amazing songs. And apart from that, you probably listen to Courtney Lee, who has, I wouldn't even say an angel's voice because that wouldn't even compare to how amazing of a voice she has. I don't know if you would agree with me there.
I would definitely agree with you. I think she is incredible, and I think it was the Lost in Paradise cover by Evanescence completely floored me. So.
Oh no, that I show that to everyone. I'm like, yo, mom. She's like, what? I got to show you this. And she's like, okay. I am kind of cooking. I'm like, no, just stop it. Just listen to this. And then she just listens. She's like, oh my God. And she totally found, like, everybody. It's not even just my mom, even though for some reason I used her as a prime example. But my original topic was finding people. Like, there was them. Her. Sorry. There was Victim to Victor, which is a band that actually just got all together. I don't know if you know this, but Ashley, the lead vocalist, was in America's Got Talent a couple of years ago. And she just submitted a song just as a joke and somehow got inside. Whereas me, I auditioned for Canada's Got Talent and tried my best and didn't make it, but that's just me. And but everybody in that album is just so amazing, and I'm like so happy, especially to have you in there, because you create this super vibe. And I don't know why, but everybody, and I've shown the album to 3 people to review it for me, and they all love your songs, whether it's Testify, My Fault, or Taken, or all of the above. They all love the album, or rather your song.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, thank you for having me on it. Like, I think it's great, and I'm really glad to be on it, so thanks.
No, thank you for actually considering it. So tell us a little bit about Testify and what it's about and the background story with that.
Testify. It was the 3rd song that I wrote, and basically it's about kind of standing up to all, the tribulations that you have in your life, I guess, that you don't think you can overcome and everything. At the time, I felt like I needed sort of a strong song for myself, and I sort of put it in like the perspective of 2 people, and one is singing to the other and everything, but really, I guess to me personally, it means, kind of standing up to everything that, all the problems and everything that are bothering you and that are kind of sitting in the back of your mind. And yeah, like I said, I mean, at the time I needed a strong kind of song, and, that was also a really therapeutic thing to write, I think, for me, because, it was just what I needed. And I don't know, it's probably one of the favorites that I've written, so yeah.
Well, here we will leave. We're not leaving, but we're going to show the world Testify. If they haven't heard it, they will now. This song is called Testify by you.
But I can see that
And we're back with Lee Walczak. Lee, it's been a pleasure having you on the air, and I don't know if this is your first interview. That's what I've been telling everybody. But it's been a pleasure having you on the air. I hope we have you back sometime soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. This has been awesome. And technically, this is my first radio interview, so you got dibs on that, I guess.
All right. Well, actually, in a minute or so, we will be premiering Courtney's song, so I don't know if you'll want to stay on the line with me. Courtney's song, So Alone, which I've been teasing everybody because everybody's been wanting to listen to the song. But it will be premiering here on the show first in about a minute. So before you go, I wanted to ask you a question, if that's okay with you.
That is great. Go for it.
So there was this big controversy about what is your thoughts on pirating music, like downloading music torrents and stuff like that?
I don't necessarily agree with it. I think probably I'm more sympathetic towards that because I'm an independent artist. I don't have a record label that, is supporting me or anything like that. So what I do create comes out of my own pocket. So when someone pirates it, it's like I'm not getting really what I need to create more, and it's some people I think will come to you and say, well, it's not all about the money. It should be about the music. And they're completely right. It's not all about the money at all. I create music because I love it. But at the same time, I need to be able to kind of create more and, kind of earn off what I'm doing in order to come out with more music and everything. So I think I'm more sympathetic to that because, I'm an independent artist. But I guess on the bright side or the positive side, it kind of does spread the music around a little bit. So I'm not sure. I kind of have mixed feelings about it, but I would rather people not pirate my music, to be completely honest.
No, that's actually what I said on the last week's episode was, I'll create the songs, I have to pay but I have to pay the producers. Like, they don't just pay for it. And I have no record label, so they don't pay for anything. And
exactly.
Everything comes out of my pocket. The delivering the albums to iTunes or whatever, that costs money. The making of the album, distribution, that's what I meant. So what people don't seem to understand is that doing that is kind of like destroying any possibility of us actually trying to make it more and more. Though, in retrospect, you do get more promotion, I guess. But, I don't think it's the best way, in my opinion.
Exactly. No, I completely agree with that. And like you said, it all has to come out of your pocket. So it's hard sometimes, especially if so many people are pirating the music and kind of getting it for free.
Mhm. Well, Lee, it was amazing having you on the show, and I hope to have you again sometime soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, guys, that was Lee Walczak, and that amazing vocalist, amazing artist in general. I'm going to leave you with the song So Alone in a couple of seconds. Having a little bit of issues with it apparently right now, but we are fixing it. So while we do that, let me just tell you a little something. The Awakening, which is an album that Lee is actually on, among 5 other artists and bands, will be out July 1st, and you can actually find this extraordinary musician on, where is it? On YouTube. Sorry about that. On YouTube. And it's Lee Walczak Music. So even if you just put his name, Lee Walczak, you will find him on YouTube. And his song is probably the first one, which is called Taken, if you didn't realize it. So that was I hope you guys enjoyed every like his songs, because those songs are on his YouTube, but they are also on the album, which will be available again on July 1st. So unfortunately, guys, I won't be able to leave you with So Alone right now, but I will tomorrow, and you can tune in tomorrow for a special episode of David Angel Radio, where I will be promoting some of the videos, or rather songs, of The Awakening, such as So Alone by Courtney Lee, some songs by Victim to Victor, the Razorblade Dolls. Wow, that was a little bit of a tongue twister. Lee Walczak again, and as well as American Hoss. So it was nice. I love you all, and we will see you tomorrow.
This is David Angel with David Angel Radio.
So guys, that was Courtney Lee's song, So Alone. You first heard it here on David Angel Radio, and I apologize for the previous delay. I hope you guys love that song, and I will see you tomorrow for a special airing of The Awakening on David Angel Radio.
This is David Angel with David Angel Radio.